What is going on, my fellow gaming warriors? 'Tis the Juan, and we're back. I promise you would be more active. But today I just want to talk about how Infinity Ward, it's been confirmed, Infinity Ward officially ruined Modern Warfare 2 on purpose. And this just came out from Charlie Intel. I'm going to read you what just came out here. It's been officially revealed here. I've been saying this for a long time. No, Infinity Ward's you're not ruining anything, I'm Juan. You're just mad because you lack the skill. That's what they say. Skill issue. Skill issue. It's not a skill issue. The map sucks. Adapt? Adapt to what? Adapt to utter you-know-what? No. I'm not doing it. Anyway, here's a tweet from Charlie Intel. Infinity Ward devs explained in an interview with us at Dexerto recently why they created Sena border crossing map. Okay, this is funny because I just watched FaZe Jev's video on this and he brought up a good point, and it's like something you think of right away. Like, this map is so bad that they legitimately had to ask Infinity Ward, why the hell did you create this map? This map it's a catastrophe. It's a complete debacle. It's so bad that they had to ask them why they created it. Anyway, map-wise, we try to have a balance between experimental maps, quote-unquote experimental, and the more competitive maps. Not all of them are super sweaty, balanced ones. There's one where, hey, it'd be really cool to fight over a border crossing. And I know that map's not super popular in certain groups, you think, but we like to keep it fun, and it's really neat to move through those cars channeling Sicario. So we try to keep it fun and switch it up, but there's a balance. Okay, I'm gonna break this down here. I just can't make this stuff up. Ugh, get better at your damn job. Get better, please, for the sake of humanity. For the sake of all of our mental sanity, just please get better at your job, or just leave, or just somebody do their job. Somebody. Well, okay. And now the more competitive maps. How does this map, like, what? I can't even. What does this have to do with competitive? I don't even understand. It doesn't competitive. I just saw it ends in like June. So what are you? Oh my gosh. So your whole plan was for this to be a more competitive map? Which further proves the skill-based matchmaking thing. Like, they're trying to make random, casual public matches more competitive. They're trying to make it out to be like CDL. It's just, it further proves it. Further proves the point of the whole skill-based matchmaking thing. It's not just a theory. It is fact. This is the truth. That they're trying to screw with everyone with the skill-based matchmaking algorithm. And just rigging the game, rigging gunfights and all that. But you already know that deal. But just still, more competitive map. Like, this doesn't, like, a blind person could have played on this map and would have had just as good of a shot, because like all you have to do is listen. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to make of this quote. I'm just baffled. I truly am baffled that their excuse was that it was experimental and more for competitive. Like, anyway, move on to the next point. It'd be really cool to fight over a border crossing. Okay, I wanna ask every one of you out there who are listening right now, have you ever thought, if for a future Call of Duty map, have you ever had this thought of like, maybe Call of Duty should have a border crossing map? That would be really cool to run through a bunch of cars. No, of course not. If you honestly believed that a border crossing map would have been a good idea for Call of Duty at any point during your life, you have to rethink your entire life, and you probably need some mental help. Like, that's just not normal. It's not normal. No, who enjoys border crossing? Okay, I can give you one positive about border crossing. It may be good for long shots. I've even heard FaZe Jev say that. It may be good for long shots for that stupid camo. Whatever. Cool. Other than that, the map plays like dung. If it were up to me, it would be completely wiped out of the game. It would have never been in the game in the first place. Kind of like Black Ops 4 when Treyarch added in, what was it? Arsenal Sandstorm. Basically, it was, obviously it was the Arsenal map, which is actually a more popular, not a bad map from Black Ops 4. But they ruined it. They added in the Sandstorm variant because they were too unoriginal to come up with, an actual good map, a playable map. So they made it into a Sandstorm so that you could not see anything outside other than like lasers and that flashlight from that shotgun. I don't remember what it was called, but yeah, they ruined that. But Treyarch, it was so bad. Everyone hated it so bad. And I didn't really realize this till later on when I saw a Nero Cinema video. But apparently, they had to wipe it out completely from the game because everyone hated it that bad. So those analytics from really studying that, you know, the analytics of people voting on the map or playing on the map or whenever the map was in rotation, how people reacted to it, how the players reacted to it, it must have been really bad. It must have been like a 1% shot that the map was going to get voted in, and that was from random. Whoever voted for Arsenal Sandstorm had something mentally wrong with them. And you can say the same thing with Border Crossing. This map is just, it's notoriously bad. Like, this map is going to be remembered for ages, but not for a good reason. Not for a good reason at all. It's going to be remembered, it's going to be like PTSD. It's going to be like soldiers coming back from the war, like, yeah, we're going to remember this 10 years later, still. Remember that map, Santa Claus Border Crossing? Remember how bad that map was? Remember how incompetent Infinity Ward was at actually making maps? Oh, remember how they didn't add in a single MW2 map into Modern Warfare 2? What a debacle, remember that? That's what this game will be remembered for. What a complete debacle. And they also say, I know that map's not super popular in certain groups. Really? What group is this popular in? What group is Border Crossing popular in? Would you please, like, explain? Can you expand on that for me, please? I can't think of a single group. Whatever, group. Quote unquote. What the hell does that mean, group? I cannot think of a single group on Call of Duty, in the entire Call of Duty community, who would think that Santa Claus Border Crossing is a good map, and a playable map at that. It's not even playable, like, whatsoever. It's freaking brutal. I would much rather play this Hydro Electro Boogaloo, whatever they call it. I would much rather play this map than Border Crossing. I would play any map in Call of Duty history over Border Crossing. It is that bad. And I feel like I say that every year for Infinity Ward. Like, it just seems like they keep trying to outdo themselves with this, like, oh my, these maps that they come up with. Like, who is in charge? Who is in charge of the design and the... Oh my gosh, it's terrible. It really is. But we really like to keep it fun, they also say. We like to keep it fun, really? Then why the hell did you come up with Border Crossing? I'm telling you, this further proves my point. I've said this multiple times before, whether on video or off. I genuinely believe that Infinity Ward 100% ruins Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 2022 on purpose. I really do, because how can you be this stupid? How can you ignore the community this much? How can you just constantly do the complete opposite of what we're asking for? The complete opposite of the common sense decision. How can you do it over and over? And you claim that you were doing what was best, trying to keep it fun? Are you like, no. They can't be serious. They have to be trolling. I 100% believe Infinity Ward has been trolling the Call of Duty community this entire life cycle of Call of Duty, and they will continue to do so. You know why? Look how bad this game turned out to be. And it had the most successful launch sales in history. It topped Modern Warfare 3, and of course the game cost $10 more. But again, it just goes to show they can increase the price of the game, and people will still buy it, even though deep down they don't want to admit it. But deep down, they know the game's gonna suck. And this year proved it. It's laughable. It is so embarrassing at this point. Yeah, the Call of Duty community, I mean, they're going to buy the next game too. Most people. Maybe not as many people will buy the next game, but they're still going to do well. Activision is still going to do well. Infinity Ward will have more time to develop their next scam. You know, whatever that'll be. Modern Warfare 4 probably. They're just going to keep milking the Modern Warfare name. They just have no originality, right? But we're nearing the end here. Yeah, I don't really got much else to say here. So yeah, it's just laughable. It really is. But yeah, basically the point I wanted to make was, you've already heard me say it, but Infinity Ward 100% ruins Modern Warfare 2 on purpose, and it just keeps coming out. Like, you're going to hear it more and more as time goes on, how Infinity Ward screwed this game up so badly on purpose. More for competitive. We tried to make it fun. We thought it was going to be fun to run through the cars. Who in their right mind would ever believe that? Who? Tell me. Tell me who was ever thinking that this game needed a map where you have to run around a bunch of cars. Please, somebody tell me. You have a mental illness if that's the case. Please, quit Call of Duty. Just get off of video games, please. Go to single player. Go to MMOs. Like, go anywhere else but Call of Duty. We do not need your feedback, because you are clearly not right in the head. I'm going to end it here. As you noticed, I'm actually using a little dubstep EDM, because I thought, you know, why not switch it up a little, see how that does, because, I don't know, for me, personally, it reminds me of the old, like, Black Ops 2, you know, 2012, 2013, and, you know, around that time, those days. because those were some great times, and I just know a lot of content creators at the time, like FaZe Jev, obviously, who I originally heard it from the most. You know, he would always have like EDM in the background during his commentaries. So I don't know, I just love hearing it because it just brings me back to those days. But yeah, that's if you enjoyed it, and if it gave you those feels as well, those nostalgic feels, and let me know in the comments below. And yeah, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed. Please, the Call of Duty content creation scene right now is pretty brutal. It is pretty brutal right now. So yeah, go support everyone. And yeah, subscribe if you're new. If you're new here, we're gonna be uploading regularly like we used to be. And yeah, also comment obviously what do you think about this border crossing thing, how Infinity Ward, you know, they openly admitted it. This game is bad on purpose because they can get away with it because people will still buy it. They will continue to buy it. And Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 2022 is a perfect example of that. I am a sentinel. Tis been one.